Right, which one are we going on?
We should go. Do we go 3, 2, 1, then go, or do we do 3, 2, go?
Then go. What'd you have to say? 3.
But you still okay. So 3, 2. It doesn't fucking matter.
We're live and back.
I'll make that. I'll make it work. I'll thread it together. We're live. We're back. Sevenish things back on the air.
Yeah, little 3-week hiatus. Had some things come up.
Yeah, I moved. I had to move, so I'm now recording from Castle Camelot.
Nice.
In West Sacramento. The old crib, which I'd been in for 4 years, has been sacrificed to the gods of the past.
Mm-hmm.
Never to be seen again.
So did the Huns attack you? Is that like kind of what happened?
Yeah, I wanted to get down to business to defeat the Huns, and now
Right.
I'm training my daughter to be a warrior.
Very good.
Yeah, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Yeah, it was good. I'd been there for 4 years. I love that condo, but we needed more space, more place, and we have all of the above now. So the new
if they asked you why you moved, would you say because of the fucking guy blowing the leaves off my yard?
Yeah, that guy shouldn't be a problem anymore. Though where I record now, which is in my home office in Camelot, our back neighbors. I'm just going to assume that there's probably no possibility that either that person ever becomes a listener, or if they do, that they understand that I record 20 feet from their backyard.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pleased that I no longer have to deal with the guy who seems to read my schedule before he blows his leaves. What I did have to deal with, having lived in this house for a couple of weeks, is one of those parents who. So I come home and I'm working from home one day, and got my back door open because it's kind of nice out, and they have a pool on the other side of my fence. And it's
they have kids?
They have kids, and it's one of those dads who does that, like, you little shit, if you think you're gonna be playing video games all summer, you got another thing coming. And I went,
right.
I was like, okay,
that's
maybe.
what he said.
Yeah, that's a direct quote.
My dad would always say that he didn't understand like what it was, where the item was that we were playing, but he was going to throw it out the window.
No,
he threatened to throw the computer out the window like the very first day that we got it. And he didn't understand that he paid like $7,000 for that thing. This is a long time ago.
I don't know, man. I'm just not that type of dad. I'm more the type of dad, if my son's playing video games, to sit down and play some games with him. I was playing some MarioKart 8 Deluxe Edition on the Switch the other day. Been playing some Fortnite with my boy. We got into some coding and Minecraft and doing some Minecraft.
Hold on a second.
mods.
Hold on. So did you download Fortnite for Switch?
No, but you can play. Fortnite's so great that you can play cross systems. It's one of the few games that works cross system. So you can get on. If you download it for Switch, you and I can play.
I got it. I downloaded it last night.
Yeah, so you can play with me on my PS4 while Cairo plays with us on the computer. Wow. Yeah, we can be a 3-man team. We can play. You can get into it now. You got to get into it. You got to bring your skill level up. You're not ready for me yet.
Dude, I'm some fucking trash-ass player.
Yeah, I've got several global wins. I'm on the leaderboard. I'm a baller.
Really?
Yeah, man, I'm a baller. I'm a Fortnite baller.
We have to team up so I can pick up the skills. I'm good at these shooting games though, but
this one's a little different. These people,
there's
a lot of
building
nuance to it.
Yeah, there's the building stuff, and I saw the guy gets. I said the first person that found the jetpack was the first person to die from it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The first time I found a jetpack, I took a couple of unfortunate leaps off of some high places, thinking it would save me, and it did not. But as a parent, I think the video game thing is, I understand it. I'm a video gamer myself. It's important, and so if it's something that's important to my kid, rather than yelling at him about it or calling him a little shit.
That's terrible. My neighbor does the same thing.
Yeah, I can't stand.
Well,
that
I
shit.
think he's let's just say that the Spectrum has like 20 slots on it. 20 being the maximum. I think the kid's at a 3, and he's just kind of and the dad's yelling at him all the time, and he wanted to water the plants while the mom was watering or was mowing the yard, and she's like, not today. And I was like, well, when? What's he gonna do? He's gonna have a garden. I mean, let the guy have a garden hose, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I find the biggest problem that I have with being a parent is interacting with other parents who aren't. Look, man, in all aspects in life, I don't take advice from people who aren't killing it as hard as I am. That's just the way it is. If you're going to come at me with some, you should do this, you better be killing it harder than me, because I'm killing it pretty fucking hard every day. So that's just the way it is. So it's been so long since we've been on the air. I'm sure this week we're going to have 100-ish things. But I remember last time we tried to record and it didn't happen because I was in the middle of moving and all my shit was everywhere, and you were you were traveling a bit for work. What was you had a story? You're like, I got this story. It was around the generals competition. Something happened. It's Ryan's story time.
So first and foremost, this podcast is powered by Transform Fitness, changing people's lives one rep at a time.
That's right.
So,
hey, by the way, did I come up with that slogan just off the cuff and you're still using it?
You did. I like it.
I'm such a good writer. It's amazing.
Good. We'll talk about your book. We'll talk about your book later.
All right.
So we're at the so we went to the my wife had one of the bikini shows, and really great show and everything like that. So we went through everything. She took third place, and one of her clients got third place as well.
Oh, speaking of which, let me just I'm gonna make a little comment here. I was in bed last night with Amy. We were both on our phones doing that thing where you sit next to each other but catch up on Instagram.
Right.
And she shows me the phone, and she shows me some Instagram model that she came across, and she says, "You see this picture? This woman has a big fake ass. The difference between this girl and Nikki is that Nikki does 1,000,000 squats, and this girl doesn't do 1,000,000 squats. That's the difference." Yes.
Yeah, so, you can't do it now.
So that was Amy paying Nikki a work ethic
nice
way to pump those squats compliment just off the cuff last night. Continue on.
Perfect. And so the show was great, fantastic, right? We're going home from the show, and they rent those bikinis. Well, you can rent them, or you can buy them. So we used to buy them. I think the first one that we purchased was somewhere like $300, and I'm like,
wait,
that is.
These are like these gold sequin string bikinis, and you rent that shit? People rent that shit?
They rent them because the girls only wear them once. So we have like 15 suits that were anywhere between, I think the cheapest one we bought was $200. Maybe that was the first one. Anywhere between $200 and $700 to $900 times 15.
This is what you get, Sevenish Army, when you don't have kids.
It's fucking clown shoes. Anyways, moving forward.
Yeah.
So we started. I talked the wife into renting them. It was actually her idea. So and I disagreed with it. Let's say that. So she's renting the suit, and so she told her client, she's like, "Yeah, you rent the suit and everything." And I was listening to the phone call, and I was like, "Hey," and she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "Did you get your suit all cleaned up and everything?" She goes, "Yeah, I just put it in the bag and everything like that." And I'm just, bringing it over to the lady's house that has all the bikinis. She goes, "Did you clean it?" She's like, "No." And I'm listening to this third person. Now, this is a word that I've used before. Are you familiar with the term snail trails?
No.
So Nikki goes, she goes, you got the accent going. She's like, "Did you clean out the snail trails?" She's like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Check your underwear." She looks down and she goes, "Oh my God!" I mean, she almost like returned that shit with the fucking snail trails in it. Could you just imagine the disgust in that? I mean, I have a feeling that that's like the same thing as like trying on like underwear at Walmart.
I'm very uncomfortable right now. Very uncomfortable.
Snail trails.
Oh my God. Welcome to the new T-shirt by Sevenish.
Yeah. It's like
avoid the snail trails.
Just say it has like a little snail in there. It says Sevenish things on its shell, and it says avoid the snail trails. God. Classy.
I guess this is one of those things that you don't think if you're not like I don't have any exposure to bikini fitness competitions outside of being mildly exposed to it through Nikki's Instagram feed and talking to you. This is something I didn't even know you could rent a bathing suit bikini. I first of all, I'd like to know what else that place rents. I'd like to know what else their business is. That's an interesting business model, and I'm now intrigued.
Well, but it's Bodacious Bikinis here in Pflugerville, Texas, and they rent out. She rents out bikinis, and she makes and sells them. So she sells any of them. I mean, if you want something custom, she'll make it for you. She's phenomenal.
So if Nikki decided to do a stint as, say, a professional wrestler, that's the person she might go to for some proper costuming.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right.
I don't know where you get the boots. I don't know if they do those crazy boots, though. That'd be dope.
I know the boots are expensive because I remember this story from many, many years ago about some professional wrestler who was filming a commercial, and part of the commercial was that he was going to spear someone into a pool, and he had just gotten brand new wrestling boots, and he said, I couldn't do it. So if you look at the commercial, he's wearing his tights, no shoes, just socks, because he refused to jump into the pool with his brand new wrestling boots. They're probably $1,000 a pop for solid wrestling boots.
Well, yeah, I would bet that if they're like custom pro wrestling boots, they're probably a G.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's so. It's like my, it's kind of like getting a new car. You ain't gonna tear up your new car.
Yeah. That's well, I think shoes can be more expensive than a car per, I don't know, per
use,
per volume per use. Yeah. That kind of thing is expensive.
Another thing. So this is I sent you a link on here. So I was in our pool. We have like a community pool, this real huge one, and I was sitting in there, and this dude walks by, and he's like, got to be in his mid 40s, and I looked at him. I go, is that a cobra tattoo on your shoulder? And he's like, first he doesn't know how to act, and he's like, yeah, or something like. He's like, well, and I go. And I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. I think that's a great tattoo. And he like shows me he has a bunch of other ones, right? And I was like, okay, cool. And he goes, yeah, it's a weird thing. And then he's like, dude, I go, do you collect? And we started talking about toys and going back and forth. And he's like, I had everything. He's like, I had everything. And then I got divorced. He's like, and that fucking greedy bitch made me sell it all. He goes, I had the fucking carrier. He had the U.S. flag. He had to sell his fucking carrier. How heartbreaking is that? The 7-foot-long carrier.
Poor fella.
So he had to sell his shit. I was like, dude, you should have sold the shit for like $500 to your friend and then bought the shit back afterwards. But I think that's how you go to jail. But anyways, so now the thing that he does, he goes, I make custom G.I. Joe characters. He's like, I made a fortune last year. And he just like volunteers this information. It's super cool, dude. He's like, yeah, I made like $15,000 last year selling G.I. Joe figures. So I figured, what the hell? He's like, I already got a real job. He's like, this is just for fun and I love it. So now, what his biggest seller is, I'm not sure if this is the exact guy that I sent you, but he takes G.I. Joe characters and gender swaps them.
Oh.
He's like, and he does like custom work. I'm pretty sure this is him. Like there's a female Serpentor. I sent you did you see that link? They had the full Cobra Law, so you got the Pythona. So they made her into a man. Everything. I mean, it's crazy. His shit is good. The Royal Guards, he made them females. But yeah, this looks like a little bit more work. Yeah, someone might be taking over his than just changing the structures.
Yeah, we'll have to put this up on the long abandoned Facebook page too.
I know. But anyways, super freaking awesome. I was like, dude, this is so cool. I was like, can I become a G.I. Joe character?
Yeah, I would think the same thing. Yeah. What does he do? Like plastic molds? How does he create these? Is he molding these out?
He takes their faces. Well, see, these look like they're different.
Or is he buying old
you buy pieces.
Pieces and assembling.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So I'm not sure if this is him or not, but this is what he was doing. It has to be him because he just told me what he was doing. There can't be a ton of people doing this. He's like, they sell out like crazy.
You could nowadays, with a good 3D printer, really make your own G.I. Joes. I'm sure I've been on a couple of 3D printer websites where you can download just about anything. Back in the fidget spinner craze, we printed out and made Cairo a Pokeball fidget spinner on a 3D printer. That was pretty cool. I walked into the office the other day, and as it typically is in startup world, ping pong culture is kind of a thing with us. We like to ping pong in my office. And I look at the 3D printer, and someone is printing out a fucking paddle, a full paddle. They're gonna foam it. They're gonna make it proper, but somebody printed out a paddle.
Yeah, that's because they ain't spending their fucking money doing it. There's a difference.
Yeah,
if you're gonna pony up the dough, they do that shit all the time at my work, wasting shit. It's like, what is this? It's like, oh, we put a fucking drone, and we did this with a drone, and we did this and that. I'm like, why?
Right.
Why aren't you building the product that we need? I get it. It's fun. But like part of it's like, motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, because some people don't have hobbies outside of their job, right? You've got something that you are passionate about and that you spend a lot of time on, which is your gym and your wife and and cultivating the things that come out of those two things, right? Your pinball, you kill some time, right? It's not like you don't have some hobbies. I got hobbies, as you mentioned. I'm a writer. I write books and enter contests and
Yeah, my hobbies are outside of work.
Yeah, mine are too. I don't code in Apex for fun when I'm not working. I don't try to create custom Salesforce objects when I'm bored. Though I will occasionally think of a good idea in my off hours that I have to sit down and work through. But that's
nice.
That's part of being a mad scientist, man.
That is dope.
Yeah, sometimes you figure out how to dominate the world in the middle of the night, and you can't wait till the morning to get going.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what are you trying to do today? It's like, take over the world.
That's right, man. Pinky and the brain. That's a story about me.
Is it?
Yeah. Both sides of my personality.
Did you watch the fights yet?
No, I haven't watched the fights yet, but I haven't even started to download them, frankly. I just haven't got there yet, man. Of all the shit that I've got going on. You know what we did get wrapped up in watching, though, is we started watching The Staircase on Netflix, which
What's that?
It's one of those true crime shows, and it's about this writer fella whose wife may or may not have fallen down the stairs, and he gets arrested for potentially pushing her and or murdering her, and then his subsequent trial and whatnot. It's a pretty interesting case, and it's a good show. The characters are all these are real people. It's like a documentary. They're all very compelling, and it's a compelling story, and it's definitely one of those stories where you can't really tell if he's a sociopath murderer or if he's a innocent man who's just got some affect that gives him a creepiness to his personality. You know what I mean?
Well, that's like the deal. It's did you see, what was that, To Make a Murderer or something like that?
Yeah, it's very similar to that flavor of show.
Well, it depends on how they write it, too.
Well, this is filmed documentary style, so this is
I know what you're saying.
And,
the other one was too, but it also depends on how they paint the people in the picture.
Yeah,
the film angles and everything. So they're doing it on purpose, like To Catch a Murderer or whatever the hell that was called. They set that up in a way that made everything work.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. And I'm just saying they've done a really good job of sort of presenting this as, did he or didn't he, and the audience must decide.
Okay.
It's good.
I can dig it.
It's compelling.
I can dig it.
Compelling television. Do you know what else I watched since last time we podcasted was Altered Carbon on Netflix?
What?
Fuck. That show was good. That show was fucking good, man.
Is it a series or just a show?
It's a it's a series. It's
this looks good.
One season.
I can fuck with this.
It's super good, man. It's the guy who played in the remake of RoboCop, which was actually a pretty good remake.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it
at all. It's that actor, and he plays this character who his first body was killed 200 years before, and there's a murder that he's investigating.
I get it. Demolition Man. Yeah, I get it.
Solid show. No, not Demolition Man. More like everybody's got this thing in the back of their neck that stores their whole consciousness, and when you die, they just yank that thing out and slap it in a new body. Hold on a second.
Hold on. What are you talking about? Not Demolition Man.
No.
After 250 years on ice.
Yeah.
A prisoner returns to life with a new body and a chance to win his freedom.
The new body.
All right.
Don't for a second think that.
I'm gonna watch it. I know it's dope.
It's super dope. And don't get me wrong, Demolition Man is super dope too. If you're gonna, you got to defeat Simon Phoenix. Send a maniac to catch a maniac.
Right. I concur.
Yeah, it was really good. Oh, we got a cell phone ring in the background. Someone didn't silence their cell phone.
No, it's worse than that. It's on my computer, so it's not even my phone. I don't know why it pops up like that for some reason. Now I gotta fix that shit. It's that handoff thing. I told you I went to Toys R Us too. Super grim. Really sad. I wanted some G.I. Joes or some Transformers. Those were ransacked, gone.
Yeah.
Because they discounted that stuff heavily. The Legos were 30% off, so there was still a decent amount of Legos. A lot were gone, though. Because, there's no discount on Legos. It's like Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, I've noticed that I think my kids, who are 12 and 9, are beyond toys now. for the most part, and I think I was much older when that happened. I think that my son, who's 9, you'd think he would still be into toys and things like that, but he's really into Minecraft and computer games and Switch and Wii and Tecmo Bowl on my Retron 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Homeboy gonna get it wrecked.
Yeah. So
better not bring that little that game, that noise.
I just finished a whole season. I played all the way through a season of Tecmo Bowl and won I won the Tecmo Bowl with the Raiders, who are not as good as the Bears. I'd forgotten the Bears are the team in Tecmo Bowl, and Bo Jackson and the Raiders are the team in Super Tecmo Bowl. Well, yeah.
Which one are you playing? You playing the first one or the second one?
Just the first one, Tecmo Bowl.
So so I know a lot about this game. The Raiders are fantastic because you have Jerry Rice, and then what's the other one?
No, Raiders are Bo Jackson and Tim Brown.
No.
Jerry Rice on the Niners. Jerry Rice on the 49ers.
No, not Jerry Reiners. The other, Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen. Yeah, you have Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson.
That's what I meant.
That's true.
Yeah, so you have Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson.
And Tim Rice.
Rice.
All 3 of those guys should be well, Bo Jackson maybe, but Marcus Allen.
So that's a good team. The Bears have a good defense.
But the Bears also have Walter Payton and Jim McMahon.
Yes. The 49ers have
Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Roger Craig.
Yeah, Roger Craig is the only running back that can knock people over.
Tom Rathman, Ronnie Lott, Brent Jones, Ray Wershing.
The Eagles have what the heck's his name? Herschel Walker.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It is Herschel Walker. Yeah. So he's quick. He's fast as crap. So you can just run with him the whole time. But the actual team, the best team in the whole game is the Giants.
Yeah, because they got the
Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because you cannot kick a field goal against them because Lawrence Taylor can run through the middle and just stand there before the guy can even kick it. So you can limit them on points every time.
Right. But you still got to score.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Raiders. I like the Raiders a lot because they got Bo Jackson and they've got a pass play that even if the defense calls a blitz on the pass play, you can still get the pass off and get 8 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So you can score every time with the Raiders.
Yeah, it just depends on your style of play too. But for sure, I like the Bills are good too.
Oh yeah, that's Jim Kelly, man. Those were good eras. You had Cornelius Bennett and Thurston Thomas. God, I don't know.
Thurston Thomas.
Trying to remember names.
Phil Simms is on the
Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wheels. My buddy would call him Wheels. He's like, come on, Wheels. I think he's like the slowest one in the game.
Yeah, I know you're not a huge football guy, but the tragedy of the Sims family is not so much Phil, who was a Hall of Fame quarterback, but his kid Chris Sims, who was a quarterback. That kid took a hit in a game. He was playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Took a hit in a game and ruptured his spleen in the game. Ooh.
That's terrible.
That's a brutal hit. Brutal hit. I'm excited for football season this year because the 49ers aren't going to be a Greek tragedy, but I got to admit that a lot of my sports fandom, having just watched my Warriors win their 3rd championship in 4 years, my sports fandom's been waning for like a decade, man. I used to be all in on everything. Watch every Warriors game I could, Giants game I could, A's game I could, Niners game I could. And now I'm like, I'll get there. Maybe. I'll watch it if it's on. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday was the release date in 1981 for Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just letting you know that.
Which is the best one for you?
Well, I mean, the real answer is that the best one is Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's the best one.
I'm gonna go Last Crusade, man. Raiders is great. Raiders.
I don't know.
I
liked.
Last Crusade.
We recently watched all 3 of them again. Nikki really likes to watch them. I would say it goes Raiders, and then it goes Last Crusade, but Temple of Doom is definitely a lot higher on my list since I'm not such a scared little kid anymore, because that is a terrifying one.
Yeah.
But it's really good.
Yeah, they're really good. I would say for me, you got an A+ is Last Crusade, an A- is Raiders, and a B+ is Temple, and then you slip all the way to summer school, failing grade.
GED.
Please do that again. No, they didn't even get their GED with Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, whatever. No, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, it's interchangeable, Last Crusade and Raiders for sure. But Raiders is much more serious.
Raiders is more serious, but Last Crusade's got, it's fun, it's got Sala, it's got Sean Connery. It tells me that goose-stepping morons like yourself. It's got really good lines.
I can't remember. Yeah, it's a good one. But we watched all of the Terminators.
Oh, all of them? All of them. You watched Terminator,
No, that's
2,
not true.
Terminator
That's a
3, Terminator Salvation, Terminator Genesis, Terminator, what was there? I think there's one in the Terminator. Salvation.
So here's what we watched. We watched 1 and 2.
Okay.
We skipped 3, so I did not watch all of them.
You didn't go Rise of the Machines? I like Rise of the Machines.
I just told her no.
It's terrible, but I like it.
Well, because what happened is 5 was up there, and I was going to watch it, and then I started watching it, and I was like, you have no idea what's going on, do you? She says no. I said, okay, so we'll start over at 1. 1 is absolutely brilliant. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, what like a great property to build off of. And now they went back in time and everything. 2 was just absolutely amazing. I mean, any show that has a minigun in it is just phenomenal. And then you have 3. I don't really care for. I don't know. I need to really watch it, I guess. I mean, that's fair. 4, I think 4 is really good.
The one with that's the one in the future, the whole thing in the future.
Yeah, Salvation.
Yeah,
it's is that your boy Sam Worthington?
Christian Bale's in that one.
Yeah, but it's not Sam Worthington.
That's the guy. I think it is Sam Worthington, or yeah, I think it's that fella again.
It's the guy that looks like him.
Yeah, they were trying to the same
it
people.
Is Sam.
Yeah, it's Sam Worthington. That was one of those movies when they were trying to make Sam Worthington happen. Have we abandoned that project? Can he be in B action movies yet?
Why does he get so much push?
I don't know, man. He got hooked up, and people liked his look, and it became a thing. And
he did. So let's see. He did Terminator Salvation. Then he did Avatar next, and he did Clash of the Titans.
And he hasn't really done anything since Wrath of the Titans. There's a lot of. I mean, he's done a lot of movies, but nothing that's been blockbuster. Oh, he did Hacksaw Ridge with. That was a Mel Gibson flick that was up for Best Picture.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not for me, man. It's not for me. He's not for me.
And then he's just. I don't know, but why is this dude getting so much push?
I don't know. It happens sometimes. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I have the same problem with whoever the actor was in the most recent Die Hard.
That kid, the son?
Yeah. Who's that guy?
Fucking turd sandwich. The movie sucked. The last one?
Yeah, it did suck, didn't it?
It's just it's not the same because you're not doing the same thing. So I mean, I guess that's kind of another reason why you don't like, what the hell is it? The fourth Indiana Jones, because it's not the same thing, and you shouldn't like it, dude. Wait a minute. This is the guy that's in the fifth Terminator. This Jai Courtney.
Yeah, Jai Courtney. That's right. Jai Courtney, also somebody who they've been trying to make fucking happen, who isn't going to happen. A Good Day to Die Hard. That's what that piece of shit was called. That was terrible.
Divergent was a piece of shit. This Terminator Genesis thing, we just started. It's probably kind of a piece of crap.
Yeah. Oh, there was a rumor out there on Bruce Willis's IMDb page that there was a movie coming out called Die Hard: Year One, the origin story to the popular film franchise Die Hard. I think it's a documentary.
So then, okay, hold on, because that is the second book in a series, and I think the first book is Predator. Or not Predator, Matrix.
Oh, dude,
Matrix.
have you
Commando?
Have you seen the new trailer for the Predator?
Yeah, it's awesome,
dude.
He's like, we're trying to see if you guys pose any threats. He's like, we're fucking assassins. We are a threat. I thought.
Yeah, good cast. I like all the actors in that. I like that they've thrown Keegan-Michael Key in there from Key and Peele.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be one of those. He wouldn't. That guy's really astute, so he's not going to be one of those guys who's just in there as a comic foil. He's going to have some good one-liners, but he's probably going to kick a little ass there too, because he wants to show his range and what he can do.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's a real good actor. He's a great writer too. Did you see Get Out that Jordan Peele did? Oh, dude, that movie's insane.
Isn't it like the guy goes? It's like the black guy goes to like meet his girlfriend's parents, and she's white or something. Is that right? Am I wrong?
No, that is correct. And also, the most wholly inadequate description of a movie ever.
Holy fucking shit!
Hold on
a second.
Let me just give you the same description of a movie you know. John McClane goes to visit his wife in L.A.
Okay.
That's what you just said about Get Out was that's the equivalent of John McClane visits his wife in L.A.
No, in New York.
No, in L.A. Nakatomi Plaza's in L.A.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But then where's he going in the second one? Oh, he's going home.
They're going home. They both live in L.A. He's an L.A. cop in the second one.
That's right.
In D.C. when the dad from Good Times betrays his country.
So, I need you to understand how awesome this is. So, do you know in this new Predator movie, there's a homage to the second one?
Yeah, I saw
Peter
that.
Keyes, who was, what the heck's his name? Gary Busey. His son plays his son.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. Jake Busey's been he billed in the credits as the son of Peter Keyes, the son of his other character. Jake Busey's been in some good shit. Interestingly enough, he's in Starship Troopers and he was in Stranger Things and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But I always liked him most from a movie that gets kind of overlooked from Peter Jackson's catalog, the guy who did the Lord of the Rings movies, called The Frighteners.
Wait, is that the one with Michael J. Fox?
Yeah, that's the one.
I like that movie.
Yeah, it's a solid movie. It's one that gets overlooked.
It's crazy. Like, he's like this like paranormal guy, and he's like drunk, and he's like got this shitty Volkswagen.
That's the one.
I liked it, man.
It's a good flick, man. It's scary. It's
well, yeah, it's not like a it's like it starts out differently.
Yeah, it definitely takes a turn. So speaking of Die Hard, how are you feeling about this movie, The Tower, with The Rock? Have you seen the trailer?
You showed me the trailer. I was like,
I don't know. I've seen more trailers. I'm getting more excited about it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why, man. I don't know why. I can't describe. I'm a huge fan of The Rock. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, The Rock's a good dude. I mean, he's not really... I mean, he's in all good movies.
Yeah.
I mean...
It's hard. He hasn't really put out a stinker. Other than Doom.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't know. I don't know about that, though. It just seems a little weird. I don't know. I need to watch more trailers on it. Did you see the Rampage movie or whatever the hell it was?
No, I didn't get a chance to see it. I was the day that we had the chance to see Rampage, I saw something else, but I don't recall what.
Hercules was kind of a pile of shit.
I liked Hercules. It was silly. What did I see? Oh, I saw Ocean's 8 over the weekend. That was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. I'm a big fan of heist movies. Everybody loves heist movies.
Yep. And what's your favorite heist movie?
Ooh, Thomas Crown Affair.
All right. Second favorite.
Probably.
You know that's one of my favorite movies. Which are you talking about, the OG one or the Pierce Brosnan?
Pierce Brosnan.
Dude, that movie's so dope. Okay, second one.
Ocean's 11.
Really?
The George Clooney one, not the Rat Pack one. And then I'm gonna slide Heat in there.
Okay, Heat is unbelievable. The one I like is...
Oh, I'm gonna throw The Real McCoy on my top 5 too.
Okay.
Kim
That'll
Basinger,
play through.
Val Kilmer.
What the fuck is this movie called? It's slipping my mind right now. It's Clive Owen. Where they go in their bank rob and they steal the ring.
I don't know what movie.
Because the guy of the it's got Denzel Washington. Inside Man. There it is.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Well, the reason why I like that one is because it wasn't about the crime. They steal the money, but then the whole idea behind it was to get the guy who was profiteering off of the Jews. He was a Nazi war criminal.
Yeah,
because he sold all of his friends to get the money.
I liked The Italian Job. That was a fun one. I like
Yeah.
it. It's a good genre of movies. I'm a big fan of that genre of film, of the heist film.
Yeah. Well, everyone likes it because they like it when people get away with things.
Yeah, I guess so. What does that say about humanity? God, we're fucking doomed. We're all fucking doomed.
Yeah, because we want to see people succeed. The town was dope.
Oh,
Wait a second. Point Break?
Oh. Not a heist movie.
It is a heist movie. It's about bank robbery.
And it's about bank robbers, but not a heist movie. I disqualify that. Did you see the remake, by the way?
Yeah.
You saw the Point Break remake?
Yeah.
You're the one person who saw it. It disappeared before I got the chance, and then I never thought of it again until this moment.
I don't mind it.
You didn't mind it, really?
It was okay. It was just meh.
Yeah. Did you just constantly compare it in your mind, or did you just accept it that it was a completely different premise with similarly named characters?
Yeah, I don't think I even paid attention. I just kind of like watched it. Oh, have you ever seen the movie Flypaper?
No. No, I haven't.
Okay. So the movie Flypaper has what the hell's his name?
Patrick Dempsey and Ashley Judd.
McDreamy.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. So they find out like halfway through the movie, there's all these people inside and someone's trying to rob the bank. Well, everybody was trying to rob the bank that's in there.
Okay.
That was pretty good. The Lady Killers?
Lady Killers is pretty solid.
Did some great voice acting.
Yeah.
The Real McCoy, Kim Basinger, Val Kilmer.
Yeah, that's the one, man.
I've never seen that.
Oh, it's good. It's a fun one. That's a real fun one.
I'll watch that for sure.
And Kim Basinger in the 90s and 80s, dude, smoke show. I mean, she's still beautiful. She's still really beautiful, but she was that just like, woof, girl from my childhood.
From the childhood.
From my she's Vicky Vale, man.
Yeah, she is Vicky Vale.
Yeah. I have a special place in my heart for Kim Basinger.
That's funny. What else did you do this weekend or these 2 weeks? I know you moved.
I moved.
Oh, tell us about your book, dude.
Oh, well, I'm a novelist. I write books. So the first book I wrote was super grown up and about pervasive drug use, partying, and emotional breakup shit. And no one had any interest in that. I had a couple people read it and they liked it, but no agent.
That's probably more like a movie.
Yeah, maybe. I guess I could probably translate it into a script pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the interesting things about writing is the publishing industry is one of the most convoluted, odd industries I've ever been exposed to, and I've been part of some weird-ass industries. But to get a book published, and I think I might have talked about this on the podcast before, but to get a book published, step one, write a book. You write a book, and then you edit that book, and you edit that book.
So step one is cut a hole in the box.
Yeah, cut a hole in the box of your brain and stick your dick through your brain into a book. You
put your junk in the box.
You put your junk in the box. 50,000 words at minimum if you're going to call it a novel. So you write a book, and then you edit the shit out of that book. And editing your own stuff is hard, but you got to do it, and then you line edit. You get it to the point where you think, okay, if I handed this to someone, I wouldn't be patently embarrassed. At that point, you need a book agent. To get a book agent, you get online and you find people who sell books in your genre that you just wrote a book in, and you send them a query letter, like a business letter that says, hey, dear agent.
Oh, this is am I querying? You always say that.
Yeah. So you write them a query letter, and it's a business letter that's in a very specific format that you can't stray away from, and it says, this is what my book's about, this is who I am, this is what the story is, this is the shit that I've had published in the past. Please read my book, and here's a sample if they ask for it.
Well, who cares who you are if your book's dope?
They want to know. They want to know who you are and where you can be found. So you send it out. Agents, I saw a tweet the other day from an agent that said she reads upwards of 10,000 queries a year. So that's how many people have written books that are out there shopping their shit. Having been a college undergrad in my late 30s, I also know that most people who write are terrible at it. And I'm part of some writers' communities online, and it's not pretty, man. People who think they're really imaginative Sometimes are, sometimes aren't. Sometimes it's trite. Sometimes their execution is poor. But either way, there's not a huge amount of good books out there, and I don't.
So
even
these
know.
are some trash ass writers.
There are, and I very well might be one of them. I don't know. Anywho,
Okay.
so you go out and let's say finally some agent decides, yes, I can sell your book because that's what they're interested in, a product they can sell. So they sign up, they become your literary agent, and then they take your book and hook you up with an editor. So they try to get an editor on board who then edits your book grammatically and for story. And then once you have an edited book and an agent, the agent then goes around to publishing houses and says, this is the next thing. This is the thing that you want to sell. This is the book that I want to put on the shelves. This is what people are going to go crazy about. So from the time you finish your book, and when I say finish, I mean all the editing and everything else, to the time your book might appear on a bookstore somewhere, can be a year or two, for sure.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. That's if you want to go traditional publishing. There's options nowadays where you can publish yourself and get on using companies called Ingram Spark, which I think is a division of Amazon.
Sound like a fucking very good idea.
Yeah, Create Space. The upside of self-publishing is that you're on the market much faster. You market your own books, you get people to buy them, you make a bigger cut. The downside of self-publishing is that once you self-publish, basically all traditional publishers are dead to you, or you're dead to them. They don't want you.
Wait a minute. Once you self-publish, you're basically that's a kiss of death.
Yep. Yeah, for the most part.
So why would you do that? Why would you self-publish if you?
Because you've gotten nowhere with traditional publishing, and you're basically either you think that's the better route to take, you'll make more money to get your work out there.
Like, are you bitching because are like these people like bitching like they don't see my vision?
Yeah,
They
sometimes.
don't understand.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes it's just it's the path of least resistance, right? Publish it yourself, get it out there, promote it yourself, sell 100 copies, call it a day. So my first book didn't go anywhere. I queried it a bunch of times, probably 50 plus times, and I had a few people read it. No one wanted to sign it up, and it's not the book that's selling right now anyway. It's not in the right genre. So I sat down with my daughter, my 12-year-old daughter, and we wrote another book, more of a YA middle grade oriented sci-fi book that we finished the first draft of probably 4 months ago, and then a real solid final draft of 2 months ago. And you get rejected so often in querying when you start reaching out to agents that I was 60% of the way through what I would call my final edit of this book, the cleanup edit.
Oh, so you weren't even finished with this shit, and you just start because they're just going to tell you no, so let's like get them out of the way.
So I picked one. I was like, I'm going to pick this one person. They're in my genre. I'm going to get this one rejection out of the way, write my query letter, get it done, so I can continue on the journey. So I write this query letter to this one agent. She emails me back 11 days later with send me the whole manuscript, and I hadn't worked on it in 2 weeks.
Why did she send you back 11 days? Oh, because she's busy?
Yeah, they're all busy. That's what it takes. Sometimes you don't hear from. Sometimes I've gotten rejections 6 months after I've sent a query. They're just always backed up.
And did you like reply like you're like, hey man, that's already been sold, like an old Craigslist ad?
No.
This item's been sold. Sorry, dude, you missed out anyways.
Yeah, maybe.
You should always reply back that this has been sold to this book company. Yeah, sorry.
That would work in so much as that I would never sell anything. Anyway, so I ended up sending her the manuscript, finishing it in a kind of a hurry, sending it to her, and I didn't expect anything out of it. And then like Friday, finally got a rejection, which was expected because we interact on Twitter. But she also gave me a bunch of really good advice on leaning out the story and making it better. And then Monday morning, I checked my email, and I've got another request for the full on this manuscript, which is the main character is my daughter. So Mazzy and I wrote this together, and the main character, the two main characters are based on Mazzy and Cairo. And she said, I'd love to read your full manuscript. It sounds like a great premise. It's cool you wrote it with your daughter. But hey, I have a weird request. Could you maybe send it to me with, and then insert all of those specific changes that the first agent who rejected me suggested? So it feels like Agent 1 talked to Agent 2 and said, this wasn't for me, but maybe you should reach out to this person. So that's kind of exciting. So
that's good.
Yeah, so that's my side. That's what I've been working on in my spare time, is getting this thing kind of cleaned up and redone a little bit and leaned out and fix my pacing problems, and then send it back out to see if one day I could become a published author with the book. So it's been fun. It's a fun project. I like writing because it's I get super meta, so when I write characters, particularly the first book I wrote was the main character was loosely based on me. It was I don't know what's going to happen. I sit down to write. I don't know what's going to happen next. The characters kind of tell me what's going to happen next. I think of it really.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work for me. That's not gonna work for me.
I do it all on the fly. So what they say, what happens next, what they do, how they move, what they do, who they move it with, all that stuff kind of comes all on the fly. So it's kind of like watching a movie that you're making up on the fly. It's fun.
Yeah, but you know what happens? What are you clicking?
Just a little click, like something that does nothing but make clicking noises. One of the
Yeah, don't be fucking clicking that shit when you gave me the business about some bullshit phone call.
It's my nervous clicker to occupy the side of my brain that requires attention when I'm otherwise trying to think of words to say.
Gotcha. No, it's a good thing. It's helping you think, I guess.
So that's my hobby, right? That's what I work on in my spare time.
That's pretty dope, though, man. You got two of those inquiries. You know, the first one didn't work out, but she told you where it would work out.
Yeah.
So, have you made the changes? Because I would assume that if you make the changes, that's going to get scooped up.
I'm in the middle of making those changes right now, and reading through the manuscript now with those changes sort of generally in place. I got a lot of little polishing to do. Mm-hmm. It's way better. She knows her craft. The first agent who gave me the advice really knows her craft, so it was really helpful. And we'll see what happens. You know, I don't know that I'll ever get published, or if I'll just query this until I die and then write another book, or a book 3, or a book 5. You know, I'll keep writing books because it's fun. It's a fun hobby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whether or not I'm ever out there is like maybe one day this becomes Sevenish Things becomes based off of my reader fan base. Who knows?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Maybe not.
I don't think if they're going to read that book, which is for kids, they're not going to listen to talk about G.I. Joe and pop culture.
You never know. You never know.
I could be wrong. I guess you're right on that.
Yeah.
Did you watch the what the fuck is it called? Did you watch the oh my god, with the robot, the little kid and the robot, Lost in Space?
No, I haven't watched Lost in Space yet. It's on my to-do list. I took your advice. I like that shit. I'm actually working my way back through seasons, the most recent seasons of Arrow and Flash while I'm working. That's been my plan in the background shit that I don't have to really pay attention to.
Yeah, that's how I roll too. Exactly.
Yeah, I like to get that sort of just keep the shit and noise in the background. You follow along with the plot as best you can.
What did you ask me? You asked me something. You go, "Have you seen all this?" I was like, "Yeah, I've seen all the Rocky and Bullwinkles, all the Tailspin, all the DuckTales."
Tailspin's good, man. Clit Cloud Kicker. That is a very different television show, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Kit Cloud Kicker.
Yeah, not Clit Cloud Clicker.
No,
it's definitely a different one.
Is it? Doesn't Clit Cloud Clicker sound like the worst porno ever? Porno ever.
Watch at your own risk.
Yeah.
No rule. No. It starts off no rules, gentlemen.
Yeah. Ooh. 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 But I'm not gonna lie. If you sent me that link, I'd click it.
Yeah, you're gonna click it. You're fine. Did you do the Did you see the new stuff coming out for Switch?
Yeah, man. I've been following E3. E3's it's been a really good year, E3 wise. There's been a lot of interesting stuff. The new Assassin's Creed looks fucking bonkers.
Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers looks phenomenal. I'm so excited to get Cairo and I into that. We just downloaded Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch because we played it on the Wii U. I played all the Mario Karts, obviously, but we just picked up 8 Deluxe for the.
You're still the record holder, I believe.
On yours?
Whose
Wii U was that?
Mine.
Was it yours?
Remember I brought it to work and we were playing at work.
Oh yeah, dude! Out of my mouth yesterday with Cairo, he said, "Who are you gonna be?" I said, "I'm always Metal Mario." He wins records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, if you don't have Metal Mario, then it's Bowser.
Yeah. No.
King Koopa.
It's Metal Mario for me. I'm all about the Metal Mario. And
was I using Donkey Kong or someone different, or do we both go down to Metal Mario's the best?
Yeah.
Well, there might be someone better now.
I don't know.
I haven't played.
I've been also driving Link a little bit because on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, all the extra tracks and all the DLC stuff is in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been riding Link for a bit, and that's been fun. But yeah, I come back to Metal Mario. I like being a bully on the track.
Now, question: Do you rock the? Are you like a physical game person, or do you download content?
No, what do you mean?
I mean, like, do you download the games or do you actually buy them?
Oh, I download mostly. I'm running out of space on my Switch, but I do mostly download them. I just buy them from the store.
Did you get a 128 gigawatt card?
The 64 is in there right now, but I'll upgrade it at some point.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was just curious because, I mean, I download everything. I don't buy anything. I don't want to buy them. I don't want to change out the game and shit.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of physical media anymore. Occasionally, we've had a couple of instances here where people have been banned from using the internet for a short period of time, some of the children, for various reasons, and they were allowed to watch any physical media that I have because I still have a folder full of Blu-rays, and it was so weird of, like, oh yeah, just put that disc in. See how that goes?
They're just freaking out a little bit, like, what?
Yeah, there's some novelty to it. I still play records, so I like some physical media.
Yeah.
But movies, games, like on a thing. Cairo plays 3DS, so he still has games for his 3DS that he puts in there. But yeah, physical media.
Did you hack that thing?
No.
I thought you hacked it.
No, I didn't hack his 3DS.
Oh,
No.
I'd be interested in that.
Now,
there's a, what, go ahead.
I was going to say, I am curious if I can, and I don't know if this is true or not, download games to an SD card for my Retron 5, because I don't know if it'll just play ROMs.
100%. I bet it does.
I don't know. I don't think so. There's a whole, you can load ROMs. There's YouTube videos, but it's one of those, I don't want to hack it. It reads special type of files.
Oh, did you hear about that hack for the Switch?
No.
So they found a back door. Somebody knew about it. And basically there is a back door that is inside the processor. So you can't patch it. So they're unable to patch this hack, Nintendo is.
Okay.
And so however there was this path into this software for this, and then they created this hack. And they were showing anything, like they were showing Switches with Windows booted up on them and all kinds of stuff. Okay. But I think the guy said that he goes, it might not be safe. Let me see. I have to find that for you. I don't think it's safe though, because he's like, hacks from Reddit. Dude, these guys are just insane. Unpatchable exploit. Crazy. And it was something to do with the processor that they choose. The unpatchable exploit is a security nightmare. Jesus Christ, me. The fucking people are just like, how do you get these people that find all this stuff? And I mean these people. How do you get them to like do good? I was watching. Have you seen the Toys That Made Us from on Netflix?
Yeah.
So I was watching the Legos one, and they were going through there, and he's like, we created this, it was before Bionicle and others, I created these other Legos, I can't remember what the name of it was, where they were like, had little cords to them, and they would program them and do things.
Yeah.
He goes, well, the first thing people did is hack them. And he goes, they made more powerful systems than we had. And he's like, so Lego was like, we got to sue these people. And they're like, no, we're just having fun. And it was like the craziest thing. Linux.
Yeah, well, you're talking about nowadays things like Raspberry Pi, or
Yep.
Did you ever hear about people stacking PlayStation 3s into a supercomputer?
I was told that was used by the military. They had like 100 or 50 of them together, 150 together.
By the time the PS4 came out, they had never really exhausted processing capabilities on the PS3. And
Not even close.
And they're talking that this is the sunset year for PS4. That PS5 is on the horizon. And that was the big disappointment at E3, was that neither Microsoft nor PlayStation announced new console hardware.
That is kind of sad. Well, the consoles are lasting longer.
Yeah, they should. I don't know.
Of course they should.
Yeah, I've got right now plugged into my TV. I got an N64, the Retron 5, PlayStation, and a Switch. Not to mention an Amazon Fire Stick. So my video and a PC where we're doing PC games, because I'll still occasionally sit down and play some Civilization. One of my all-time favorite games.
Number 2?
No, Civ 2 Gold Edition is the best ever, but I've been playing Civ 5. I haven't picked up Civ 6.
All right. Oh no, I'm thinking Age of Empires.
Oh,
2.
no, Civ 2 Gold Edition is amazing. That was the cream of the crop. I would go all the way back to Civilization, the original, on a 5 1/4 floppy. I said to John the other day, I said, "Hey man, you ever play Civilization?" He goes, "No." I said, "That game, I go all the way back to the 5 1/4 floppy version of that." He said, "What's that?" I said, "It was the save icon before it became the save icon." And then I had to stop and go, no, it was actually the one before that, because that's a 3.5
Yeah.
inch floppy.
That's a big one. It was the smaller.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's the one before that one. He's like, wow, that's old. Yeah.
I've never played this one. This looks good though.
Yeah, I turned 40 in 17 days.
Yeah, you looking forward to that?
I don't know. It's just gonna be another day, man.
I know. It's not a big deal.
No, not really. Not a big deal.
We got to get on some Fortnite though. I didn't know you could play cross console. I don't know why I just haven't been messing with it. I've been playing many games.
Well, make sure you sign up so you got to get on the website on the Blizzard. Is it a Blizzard? Who makes Fortnite?
No, not Blizzard.
That's not
right?
Blizzard.
Battle.
Epic Games. Excuse me. You got to make sure your Epic Games account is tied to your Nintendo account, and then when you have your Epic Games account, just tell me what your username is, and I'll add you, and then you'll be able to see if I'm online or not.
Dude, I'm gonna buy all this. So I think I have like 60 Switch games.
Jeez.
So I have this problem to where I will go and I will buy them, and I have all this intention of playing them, and then I never do.
Have you played Bleed and Bleed 2?
No.
Super good. Check those out. They're really solid.
Bleed?
Bleed.
I have
side scroller.
Oh, dope. I bought Donkey Kong and played it once.
Oh, yeah. Check out Bleed. Bleed's fantastic. Kyro's been playing the shit out of Bleed 2. Super good.
Fun.
Yeah.
It looks good, yeah.
Super
Did you play
good.
there's a new Castlevania came out.
I haven't played that one.
Well, no, it's just like the OG ones, like 1 through 3. Well, 1 and 3. It's similar to them. There's 4 different characters, so it's kind of more similar to 3, I guess. How you can switch it up, and you can change between 4 different characters, and so you go through the game once, and then you have to go through it again using less characters. It's pretty cool.
I like those games. Super Mario Brothers, the original, is that one where you had to play through it again. Did you ever play through it again?
No. Matter of fact, I don't know anyone that beat Zelda again.
That played it all the way through and then played
The
it all the way
second quest.
through? Yeah.
Or just typed in their name as Zelda and got to the second quest and then went through it. I don't know anyone that did. I've never even seen anyone play the second quest. I've been to it. I've never done anything. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I've played through Zelda reasonably recently with a little bit of cheating, and so much as that because I'm playing off an actual gold cartridge in the Retron.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I did was pull up a Zelda map online. Yeah.
Well, that's okay because you got the map when you bought the game.
Yeah, but the map that shows you where all the dungeons are, every dungeon map. Like, I just used maps the whole time. I cheated like a motherfucker.
I need you to do that and play that Castlevania Symphony of Night. That's the best game ever. It's so amazing. It'll tell you like Castlevania Symphony of Night for PlayStation 1. It's like unbelievably amazing game. That is the best game I've ever played.
Yeah. All right. I can dig it.
Well, because it'll tell you like, hey, go back and keep going back and forth and kill this monster, and then you get these better weapons. Because you wouldn't even know that monster dropped them. It'll tell you where all those drops are. There's so much upgrading and doing these like special things, and like you have to go underneath this guy. Like there's this librarian guy, and you can't see that there's a little spot underneath there. And so you go to the floor below him, and you do like this special jump thing in the air where you jump up, and then you push down and up and jump in midair, and it goes through the screen, and it bumps the guy in the air. Well, you have to do that 50 times, and then he like gives you all of this crazy stuff to help you out in the game. Well, how the hell did anyone know that? They went balls deep in that game. Unbelievable.
I do like it when you go balls deep into a game. When the game designers just go, yes, and just unload both barrels. Here we go.
Yep, double barrel.
Yeah, dig it.
Let's go.
Dig it.
On that.
Hey, we're already reaching an hour. You want to
You want to wrap this up?
You want to make it tight? We can make it tight.
Yeah, let's make it tight, and then we want to do a G.I. Joe episode.
Yeah, we should do a G.I. Joe episode. Maybe not today. Maybe.
Okay.
But
we can do it tomorrow.
Yeah. Also, I need to get my puppet made. So maybe I'll put my
All
writing
right.
aside.
Are we stopping now?
We will at some point. I mean, we got to wrap it up. You got to do credits. Say goodbye to everybody. Tell people you're.
Yeah, I got my.
Whatnot? You need to let the dog out. Dog's barking at you.
No, the dog's being a pain in the ass right now.
Okay. Well, then let's wrap it up. Call it a day. No, we can. I don't need to talk to you anymore. I don't even like you, man.
Well, I mean, you might.
That's true. I do like you.
Yeah, you might. You do.
I do.
Yeah, so we got to get those G.I. Joe episodes going because we got one recorded and we're working on the puppets now. So
yeah, I'll do that. I'll try to prioritize that as best I can. It's been a lot of unpacking, so I just haven't sat down. I haven't spent a lot of time at my computer where I wasn't writing or working. So
dude,
the other shit I gotta.
Speaking of unpacking, so Tony was bitching. He was bitching at me. He was like, "I'm gonna move. I'm thinking about moving downtown to some apartment." I was like, "Oh, that'd be awesome. Good job." He's like, "Well, I'm just so worried about unpacking." I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "You don't have anything." I was like, "You could move with a 81 Honda Civic. I mean, like, that could be the move your shit. I mean, you have, like, a TV. You'd probably leave your stank mattress." Jesus, man. And he's all stressing about that. I was like, how much stuff did you guys have? How many? I know you guys gave a lot of stuff away and got rid of some stuff.
We had a lot.
How
of
many?
First of all, shout out to Tony.
Yeah.
Second.
Shout out to Tony Reed for whining like a motherfucker.
Yeah. We had way more stuff than I anticipated. Our house still feels pretty empty. There's a lot of space because it's a big house, but we still got a lot of shit to go through. My summer project is to go through all the shit in the garage that I've got that moved over here that I didn't really have a place for, that I wanted to throw away and throw it away. So I'm throwing away just a ton of shit over the next 2 months as we whittle everything down and get everything put away. But
I told you, it would take fucking 2 semi-trucks for us to move.
yeah, no, I don't have that much stuff. We did it all, but it's a lot, but not that much.
You're going to have a lot now. Don't you have room?
No, I think we're going to make a concerted effort to not fill this house up. Except with love.
I bet we have...
This house will be filled with love. That's it.
I would bet you that we have a small U-Haul, right? The smaller version of leggings.
Yeah, that's a lot.
She actually admitted. She admitted the other day. She said, "Please don't let me buy any more leggings." Because every single day the fucking mail comes and there's 4 or 5 pairs of, I don't know, fucking something.
That's funny.
I said, "Can you just, like, start wearing them? If there's something you haven't worn in, like, let's say 2 weeks, just kind of do something with it. I don't know. Get the Snail Trails out and sell it on eBay."
Yeah. She should just start wearing baggies 90 jeans.
Jinkos?
Sure. How about some, what were the other ones? EJ Gaetano and Gaetano Boys.
I don't know what those are.
Lee jeans.
Yeah, Lee's. Rustlers.
I just remember from the end of Double Dare, the jeans, they were like EJ Gaetano's or CJ Gaetano.
Oh, you're right.
EJ Gaetano. Gaetano and Gaetano Boys. Oh my God, I'm looking at advertisements online right now. All right.
How do you spell that?
Just type in Gitano.
Oh my God, what is this? I've never even fucking heard of these, except for on Double Dare.
Yeah, it was the very end. It was one of the.
These are like those mom jeans.
Oh my God, this is so epic. Fucking.
Who would fucking wear this shit?
They
still sell them?
I don't know. I got no idea. Lots of kids wore it in the 90s, man. It was the 90s. Oh,
I never even know a person that wore this shit.
Speaking of which, last thing, and then we gotta go, is that I was watching Zach Morris's Trash again. God, that's so funny.
I fucking told you to watch that, and you
so
just
funny.
And you've been watching it, and you haven't even fucking said anything.
Oh my God, he's such a horrible fucking human being.
It's so fun. Well, it's how they edit it too, but it doesn't, like, when you watch his show, they edit it in a way to where he's still like a motherfucking dickhead, but you don't get it. Like, did you see the one where he's like talking to the girl in the wheelchair? He's like being a fucking dick about it the whole time.
Oh, it's so bad. That's a brilliant piece of editing. It's so good. I wish I'd thought of it, for sure.
Zach Morris is trash. Yeah. Damn it. Like, Sevenish things, Zach Morris is trash.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got. We're out. That's it. I'm calling
that's it.
Call it done. Wrap your shit up. Give us your thing. This has been. That's how you always end it. You can't call it done. It's done.
I'm gonna fucking do it. Right. This has been Sevenish Thing, so Wizard Warrior podcast, sponsored by Transform Fitness. And what's your book called?
But hey, I appreciate the shout out. That's it.
And then a mystery book.
Mystery book. All right.